Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I reached 1,000 subscribers, and I also got the email that I'm gonna be monetized. My videos are gonna be monetized. So I want to celebrate by giving back to my subscribers and to my viewers and giving top 10 tips when it comes to traveling to Bangkok. And before you watch this, make sure you subscribe and like my videos, okay? All right, so let's proceed. Number one, before going to Bangkok, make sure to exchange your peso to baht in the Philippines. I know some people prefer exchanging peso to dollar and to baht, but I think we're losing some money in that way. It's like we need to buy dollar into a more expensive rate because, well, dollars are expensive in the Philippines. I exchanged my peso to baht at Robinson's Galleria ground floor. The name is CMX. It's better than Sandries that time. The rate was 1.60. So 1 baht is 1.60. If you're gonna buy 100 baht, you have to pay 160 pesos. And it's the best rate that I saw in Bangkok because I observed all the money changers in Bangkok. And speaking of that, since I observed all the rates in Bangkok, I would recommend, this is my number 2 tip, and that is look for Super Rich. The name of the money exchanger in Bangkok is Super Rich. You'll be so rich. They have the best rates when it comes to peso or dollar. Even Americans are exchanging their dollars into baht at Super Rich. So look for Super Rich because like in the Philippines, I exchanged, the rate was 1.60, but in Super Rich it was 1.53, so it's not a big difference. Unlike other money changers, it's like 0.3 or 0.5 or 0.6. It's like you're giving away your money. So that's my second tip, and that is always compare. Like, even if I recommended Super Rich, I'm not sure if it'll remain to have the best rate. So always compare. Don't just exchange your money anywhere when you run out of cash. And number 3, don't spend too much on OOTDs before leaving your country. So you know that Bangkok is a shopping and eating capital. It's like, I would describe Bangkok as for shopping and eating purposes. So you don't have to spend much money for shopping, your clothes. You may just buy for your first day, but make space for your luggage, for your Chatuchak purchases, also Platinum Mall. Also, okay, number 4, prepare to walk a lot. Wear comfortable shoes. Like, don't think about fashion. Like, you can think about fashion as long as it's comfortable, but wear comfortable shoes. And then number 5, BTS or their train is expensive. For me, it's expensive. Maybe for Southeast Asian people it'll be expensive. And yeah, taking the bus is cheap. It's extremely cheap. Like, there's the red bus. It's the government bus that will only charge you 8 baht, even if it's really far, like an hour of travel. They will only charge you 8 baht, but it's really difficult to communicate with them, with the driver, or with the person collecting the fare. I got lost twice. Like, when you ask them, like, even if you Google and it says that this bus will go to this place, to Chatuchak, but you're on that bus and you will tell them, please drop me off here, they will tell you yes, 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 but later on you'll discover that this bus is really not going to your destination, and then you realize that you're lost. So bus is cheap, but you might get lost. Better to research really well. Grab is very convenient and it's not that expensive. I think it has the same rate as in the Philippines. So if you have budget, go for Grab. Taxi, I haven't tried taxi, but I think that's another language barrier thing. And okay, Okay, my tip number 6 is to get a massage. Do not ever go home without trying their massage. I got the foot and shoulder massage at Pratunam. It's 250 baht, but my friend said that there are cheaper massage like 150, but in that area that's the standard price. So 250 baht for 1 hour. But beware for guys, be careful, because my friend who's a male got touched in places he's not supposed to be touched. So I heard that there are many stories like that, especially for men. If you're a woman, you're safe. So if you're a woman and you're with your boyfriend, try to warn the person who's going to massage your boyfriend, because they are checking the girl if you're in a relationship and if you're gonna be angry that he is touching your boyfriend. So yeah, for men, be careful, beware. Okay, and number 7, stay for more days and budget more, like a lot more budget if you plan to explore cities outside Bangkok. Like I stayed there for just 3 days, 4 days and 3 nights, and we didn't have enough time to explore. We only explored Bangkok, and it's such a waste because you know how tickets are expensive. I mean, it's not expensive to travel around Thailand. The food are cheap, but the ticket to Bangkok or the ticket to Thailand is expensive, and we weren't able to explore Pattaya or Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, like provinces, because we don't have time and energy. But if you have a week, or if you have more than a week, don't just stay in Bangkok and try other places. Go out of Bangkok. Pattaya, I really want to go to Pattaya, so maybe next time. And then, okay, tip number 8 is to bring stomach ache medicine, because I've watched lots of Bangkok vlogs and I've seen and I've heard many stories that they got food poisoned or they had stomach ache or diarrhea because of what they ate. It might have been dirty or what, and in my experience I felt a little something like that when I went to Chatuchak and I bought a milk tea for 25 baht. Their milk teas are actually cheap, but yeah, it's like it's a market, and you saw maybe it's in the eyes, but there's a part where I think I was chewing something I'm not supposed to be chewing in the milk tea, and then I felt like there's something wrong with my stomach. It's not that painful, but I know I'm not good, I'm not well, my stomach was not well, so I did not finish it and I threw it away. So be careful with what you eat. They could be cheap, it could be fun that you're eating street food in Bangkok, but always be mindful of your health. So bring your own first aid kit. And then, yep, so tip number 9 is to prepare well, because entrance fees could be really expensive. I noticed that, yeah, just like what I've said, traveling around Bangkok is not cheap. It's not expensive at all. Food are cheap, accommodations are cheap, but the entrance fees are steep. It's like 500 baht and 600 baht, 100 baht. I mean, they're expensive for me. I'm not sure if they're expensive for you. It could be cheap for you, but if you're a budget traveler like me, plan well. You don't have to go to all the temples. You don't have to go to lots of places that charge entrance fees. There are places that you don't really have to pay anything. And my final tip, which is tip number 10, is to do your research well. So I'm usually a solo traveler and I plan really well because I have to take care of myself. I can't get lost because no one's gonna help me. I don't have friends there, they're all strangers to me, so I really plan everything. But when I went to Bangkok, I was with a co-worker, so I said I want to relax and I don't want to steal the joy, the thrill of this upcoming trip. So I did not really plan. Like, I forced myself to plan before going, but I said, I want to be spontaneous. Like, if I'll get lost, so what? I'm with someone, we could get lost together. But then we got lost. Getting lost is a part of traveling, but we have limited time there, like very short time, and we wasted most of it getting lost. Not really most of it, but some of it getting lost. And our energy, like, you're stressed, you couldn't find it, you're carrying too much stuff, you're tired, it's hot, you're hungry, and you couldn't find the way home or back to your hotel. So do your research. Although, don't make the joy go away by planning everything. Don't stress out that much. So yeah. And I know I said top 10 or 10 traveling tips, but I'll add one more, and that is to choose the area of your accommodation well. I know if you check in Agoda or booking.com or Airbnb, the places nearby the airport is really cheap, but don't get fooled because the airport is really far, like 45 minutes away from the city or from the tourist destination. So you don't want to travel like 1.5 hours back and forth every day just to get to your hotel. So plan well. I would say that Khao San is really near the places you're going to, like the tourist destinations. Although I've heard some reviews, I've read some reviews that it could get really noisy at night, and if you really want to rest, you might not get peace in that place. And I stayed at Pratunam area. It's quite far, like 45 minutes from Chatuchak or 30 minutes from Chatuchak. That's why it's not that easy to go there or to go back home by commute or by bus. But it was really peaceful, and we have all the malls in walking distance, like the Platinum Mall, Pantip Mall. What else? Like, there's also the river taxi station there. It's quite near. It's walking distance. Also, Big C supermarket where we bought the groceries and the souvenirs going home. So plan well, or choose your accommodation well. I hope you learned a thing or two, and if you found it helpful, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and also press that notification bell so that you'll get notified whenever I have a new video up. That's it. Bye!